Come on, you Nancy boy. Wait till you see me in action. Let's get pissed!
Hey guys, this is Fuller. Welcome to another new Hearthstone Heroes. This time we're revisiting one of the older ones, the Mountain King hero. I made him quite a few months ago, so we're revising and improving him so he's all ready and better balanced for the mod. For the Hearthstone mod, check out the description below. Alright, let's go. So firstly, some of the feedback and comments you guys posted on the last video. The hero power, some of you thought it was a bit OP, and to be fair it probably was. Here it is. Molten Armor, gain Divine Shield, or gain +1 armor. A bit too good, too versatile, so I modified it. On to weapons, the feedback generally was he needed much more. Warrior now has 7, I only had 3, so I've brought it up and added in some more weapons as well. Lastly, there are a few minion spells that raised eyebrows like Drunken Jeweler, Rally, and the legendary Magni himself, so they got a revision too. Alright, onto the theme. I kept it largely the same, lots of dueling, as in effects that interact with your minions attacking other enemy minions, many weapons and cards that synergize with them like weapon crafting. Some new ones as well I brought in was Overwhelming Odds was the first one, i.e. gaining bonuses if you're outnumbered, a comeback theme so to speak. Big buff cards like Titanic Strength, so when I say big I mean really big. And lastly, disabling cards, cards like Stun or Disarm, you can use on enemy minions to overpower them in combat. I have seen suggestions a lot for new mechanics like Stun, usually they're just an alternative to Freeze though, which I think is best to avoid. But if you have any cool ideas, post them in the comments. Moving on to the hero, here he is, a dwarf in thick armor. Muradin Bronzebeard. The art's probably more suitable for a card, but maybe some better Heroes of the Storm art will be released eventually we can use. On to the hero powers. I came up with loads of variations and alternatives, like 10 or 20 or so here's some of the best ones. Firstly, we have gain +1 armor for 3 turns. So like Warrior, except you get it more steadily over time. You build it up bit by bit. You can do cool combos like armor up and shield slam, but over a few turns you get much better value out of it. Next was a more protect your minions version. Gain taunt until you're attacked and gain +1 armor. So you put your hero up front to absorb the damage. Of course doesn't do anything versus spell damage etc, and terrible at stacking if you're not constantly being attacked. Another idea was a Molten Immolation type effect. Until next turn, when your hero takes damage, return 1 damage. Probably way too over focused against small minions. Also, what about the secret Crypt Lord hero with a Thorns hero power? So this is the one I settled for. It's a nerfed version from the last video and much more simplified, but I believe it's balanced. It is simply gain Divine Shield. So you can't stack it, but it can completely block any source of damage, no matter how big. Unlike Warrior, who can sit back and build up a massive reserve of armor, you're much more about constantly being in combat to get the full effect. Alright, onto the cards, starting with minions and weapons. Firstly, we have a modified one. It is Berserker Axe. For 2 mana, it's 1/2 with, has +1 attack for each enemy minion. So if your opponent happens to have at least 2 minions, you basically get a fiery war axe. It can get even bigger or smaller, all depends when you play it. Really handy when you're being overrun or overswarmed. Might even have some wombo combo synergy potential with Leroy Jenkins. On to Dwarven Ironsmith. This one got modified a bit. For 2 mana, he's 2/3 with Battlecry, give your weapon +1 durability. A small body to put on the field and give your weapon 1 extra swing. If you're able to take out an enemy minion, it's essentially a destroyer minion. Downside is, firstly you need to get a weapon out for the full value before playing this, potentially a semi-dead card. And here's a new one, it is Giant Slayer. For 2 mana it's 3/2 with Battlecry. This minion is immune until the start of your next turn, so it can still be destroyed, silenced, frozen or even sapped to your hand. But playing him turn 2 means he's probably guaranteed to survive. It also sets you up for some later spell combos coming up. Next, my favourite minion is War Master. For 3 mana he's 2/3 with, whenever a friendly minion kills an enemy minion, give it +2/+1. So this lets you build a sort of dual deck around beating enemy minions in glorious combat. And remember, there's dual spells and dual minions coming up that synergize with this very well. You could probably use him more like a cult master, where you try to build up a board first, then drop him down and start trading minions, gaining a foothold advantage. Onto another weapon is Skull Basher. This one's been radically changed. Now for 3 mana, it's 3/2 with Death Rattle, draw a card. A simple, efficient weapon, kill some stuff, then at the end draw a card. Has no other special ability though. This one I borrowed from the Worgen hero. It is Grimshock Mercenaries. For 4 mana, it's 2/5 with. Your hero has +2 attack during your turn. As long as this guy's alive, you can always attack for 2. And of course the damage goes on top of any weapon you have equipped. A good swing on turn 4 as well, that usually when you want to grab board control. Next we have Mad Dueler. It got remodified from Drunken Brawler. For 4 mana, he's 3/6 with Battle Cry, attack an enemy minion. Essentially you both deal your damage to each other. Good for clearing out weak minions off the board, but leaves you with a damaged 3/6. This Battle Cry forces you to always attack when you drop him though, so he can become a liability in the late game when big minions are out. It can just be suicide to force him to attack into something. One more weapon is War Cleaver. I borrowed this one from the Death Knight as I've got a much cooler idea for him. Here it is. For 4 mana, deal 1 damage to a minion next to whomever this attacks. Really good with the hero power, as you can almost double swipe without taking any damage. Goes nicely with Dwarven Ironsmith as well. 3 times swipe can completely wipe a board. Onto a much more defensive minion. This one got completely reworked. It is Mountain Rider. For 5 mana, he's 4/5 with Battle Cry, gain Divine's Shield. So very much like Shield Maiden and Guardian of Kings. Gets a body down and protects your hero. Goes very well if you already have a weapon out. You can attract straight into something big and completely ignore the damage. Even if you have enough mana, you can then hero power straight away after and still keep up the Divine Shield. Here's the last weapon, another redesign. It is Molten Hammer. For 6 mana, it's 4/4 with. Whenever this kills a minion, deal 2 damage to a random enemy. A little bit slow going, but over time, like Gorehowl, you can keep clearing enemy minions one by one, and as a bonus, cause the enemy minions to explode violently for 2 damage. If you're able to use your hero power with each attack, then you can seriously start turning the board around, taking minimal damage. Alright, we're on to the legendary. It's still Magni Bronzebeard. Last time he was like a super divine shielded sludge belcher. Now he's been flipped and he's much more aggressive. For 8 mana, he's 5/8 with charge, and whenever a friendly character attacks, give your other characters +2 attack this turn. So the more stuff you have down, the bigger the damage spread. If I have a weapon and say 1 minion down, by playing this, I'll get an extra 6 damage. Of course, it's seriously a lot if you manage to get a fairly big board. A big finisher card, but a little situational. Like say Antonidas, who needs some spells ready to cast. You need a few minions or weapons down, ready to crush your opponent completely. On to the spells, starting with Battle Frenzy. For 1 mana, choose a minion. Until end of turn, whenever it kills a minion, it can attack again. So like a Persuado Wind Fury, you need to keep killing minions, which is risky as you'll probably get your own minion killed. But remember, we have War Master who buffs you up, so there's some interesting combos available. This is the only spell that is exactly the same. It is Battle Ready. For 2 mana, give your hero +3 attack this turn and Divine Shield. Your usual 3 damage for 2 mana spell. It does force your hero to attack though, but it can go on top of a weapon, letting you kill bigger minions in one blow. Here's a defensive one that can be comboed. It is Hardened Skin. For 2 mana, make a minion immune until the start of your next turn. So a semi-divine shield, you can combo it with dual spells, or put it on a taunt minion, ensuring the minion will stay alive and protect you, but still very vulnerable to removal like Hex, etc. I love this one. It got buffed up a bit from last time. It is Knife Throw. For 3 mana, deal 3 damage to a random enemy minion, then 2 to another, then 1 to another. So overall 6 damage for free, which is really good, compared to say Cleave, which is 4 for 2. The randomness can end up being terrible though. You could do say 3 damage to a weak minion, then 1 damage to a strong one, so pray to the RNG god. On to Stormbolt. This is where people usually throw in a stun mechanic. For 1 mana it's deal 1 damage to a minion and give it can't attack. So a sort of a stun, it can remove weak minions or disable dangerous one. Very useful if you're running a slow control type of deck. Here's my favourite spell, it is Iron Form. For 3 mana, silence a minion and give it +4/+4. So like a Blessing of Kings with a potentially negative effect. Really good though if you're running vanilla minions like Yeti and even smaller ones. Goes even better with Ancient Watcher, you can grab board control straight away. On to Thunderclap. This one has some crazy possibilities. For 2 mana, change your enemy minion's attack to 0 until end of turn. So it goes really well with all the dueling and winning fight cards. You completely neutralise any damage and then smash into enemy minions. A special shout out to Crazed Alchemist combo. It only lasts your turn though, so ideally you want to wipe the board on that turn. This one got buffed up a lot. It is Seal of the Ancients. For 1 mana, give your weapon +3 stats randomly, attack or durability. So upgrade gives you +1/+1 or a weapon. Deadly Poison gives you +2 attack. This gives you a little bit more but completely random what you get. You got a lot of strong weapons with good effects though, so I could see this being run. On to Glory, a minor buff to this one. For 3 mana, draw a card for each friendly character that attacked this turn. Previously it only worked on the minions, so now if you have a weapon or Grimshock Mercenaries out, you can swing with your hero as well for the extra card draw. Conditional, but you can get better value than Arcane Intellect. This is a new one, it is Slay. For 5 mana, destroy the minions adjacent to target minion. Like a super buffed up Betrayal, super conditional but can instantly kill 2 minions, being a huge swing. Next we have Jewel. This one got made a little bit smaller. For 1 mana, force a friendly minion to attack a random enemy minion. If one dies, give the other +2/+2. So you can use it as an instant charge like effect on a minion you just played, or even on a minion that's already attacked, like another Persuado Windfury. You can even combo this with minions like Ancient Watcher. It's cheap and has very big stats. On to the last one, it is a super duper mega buff. Strength of Titans. For 8 mana, give a minion +8/+8. So anything you got down turns into an absolute monster on the board instantly. You can use it as a finisher card or combo it with a dual minion, trading and clearing the board. That's it for the Mountain King guys. I hope you're looking forward to playing this one. One thing I've been thinking of doing in the future is setting up a balanced team, so to speak, where I could say email a class to people say a day early, gather some feedback, make a few tweaks, then post it the following day. It should lead to better, balanced and more fun classes. So if you are interested, just send me an email and I'll add you to the email list. I've been getting more and more voice actors emailing, so got some pretty cool minion sound effects to show you. Also, some new art is looking really good. Remember, keep emailing me if you want to help out with a mod. Please leave a like and subscribe. Thanks guys, and I'll see you next time.